So here we go again. I can't figure it out, but I've been getting a lot more adults, and I don't want to say parents, I want to say adults. Adults coming down to the bar, and they're so fucking stressed out because their children, who have children, are living at home with them. And usually the children that are living with the adult, they seem to think that since they're living at their parents' house, it's their rule since they have kids now. And I'm trying to figure out where this mentality came from that children are in charge of their fucking parents anymore. I get the point in time that I thought I was in charge of my mother, and I was put into my place very quickly because that's what parents are supposed to fucking do. But there's these parents now that feel like they have to take care of their kids because their children had children. And now you got what's going on is everybody's so fucking worried. Everybody's so worried about taking care of their kids that their kids can't maintain their own house. So their child, who is a parent, a legal adult, and should be able to do everything like they really should, they can't. They can't support their own kids. They can't buy their own kids food. They can't buy their own kids toys. They can't do this shit because they are not an adult and they're not held fucking accountable. So now you have their parents stepping in, trying to make sure that their kid can stay alive for the fear of the grandkids, so the grandkids don't die. At some point, you need to realize and take it upon yourself as parents. And I'm not trying to be a dick because I know I have no kids. And I know everybody says, well, once you have kids, and you'll understand. If your child is over the age of 20, if your child's 21, if your child can go out and have a single fucking drink at a goddamn bar, and they have a child, and they're living at your house, and they can't follow your rules, they can't clean your shit, they can't keep their children following your rules at your house because they're the child, they're in charge of you now because they normally only pay you, what, $100, $200 a month for rent? And that's for one or two adults because, you know, you gotta have that baby daddy with you. Then you got it, 1, 2, 3 kids because, you know, the typical Wassop bitch has 3 or 4 fucking kids with multiple different baby daddies. So now you have all of these extra bills, and the child only wants to pay a couple $100 a month, and then when you try to tell the child they need to pay more or something, they flip the fuck out. These children are acting like they're godsend to their parents just because they decided not to leave the roost, and they want to stay there and just keep sucking off of your fucking teeth. Why? Why is it okay for kids to be this way? Why aren't parents standing the fuck up? Well, that's right. The government says that's child abuse and you can't be doing that kind of shit. You know, so let's worry about sexualizing children as much as we are and keep doing everything like we want to do because, hey, why wouldn't we want to? I mean, we're going to ban things like, you know, a couple of Dr. Seuss's books. Take it whichever way you want. You could say that the company quit publishing them, but just remember there were schools pushing because there was racism in it. So, but then again, we don't want kids having sex, but we're going to keep teaching kids about sexualization at young ages, like 8 years old. So what the government's trying to do is push more and more kids to have kids, so that way they become a burden on their parents, and they know exactly where to find them. Keep the family in the house, boys, girls, because why the fuck wouldn't you? It just makes more sense. Then, speaking of sexualizing children with the almighty pedophile LGBTQ 123 people, you have wonderful people like Cardi B singing Wet Ass Pussy for kids of all ages, you know, and it's just a good thing. It empowers little girls to pop that pussy. Hop it on a Mack truck. That's right, little kids should be fucking. Says who? Says the government, says the LGBTQ 123 people, and says pedophiles. So let them kids fuck and let them keep breeding.